Hey guys, God bless. Welcome back to my channel. I am Char, and welcome to March recap. It's very short and simple and sweet and to the point, I can assure you. This was one of two printables that I was going through. This is the one that, I'll put this aside, I actually use with my women's group at the church. I try to give them scriptures to meditate on monthly. And this was the one that I chose for them, Overcoming Challenges. This was not my primary one. I did make sure I checked in on this just for the sake of, but I enjoyed the fact it was about overcoming challenges, because I felt like a lot of us can honestly say that there were challenges in this year that just popped out of nowhere, and some spewed over from last year. So this was very encouraging. So this is what we worked on. And obviously, we went over Hagar, which that Bible study was made live by accident. I did not intend for it to happen. My daughter was working it, and I was like, no, I actually wanted to redo it for this particular channel, and I'm still going to do it. I just had to get a whole bunch of kinks and stuff out the way. One, my son was doing YMCA. That took a lot of time and energy, but that is completely done now. My daughter is still in softball, but that one wasn't as interfering with my schedule as his was, because my free time was what he took up, the days that normally we don't do anything, like Saturday and stuff. But anyway, so that was that. This was the other one that I mentioned to you guys before, Rooted and Flourishing, a month of deep growth in God. This one was really good as well. For the most part, I told y'all, with me being so sick and all, like I just really just pulled the scripture, read it, sat on it, meditated. I did a few blooms and a few petals, but not a lot. I just mainly went over the scripture, switched translations sometimes, and then I did my scripture writing because I wanted to get this word rooted in me. So that's what I did with that. And I also mentioned to y'all that the reality of the planner this month. Y'all know I have ADHD, and yeah, so what's interesting though with my increase in my medication milligram is that, yes, I kind of shun away from this, but it's because I actually was actively doing it. So it's like, what's up with that? Like, I don't know. I'm not mad, but obviously I want to use my planner as well. But ADHD and planners don't get along. We know that. But this is not a reflection of what I actually did. This is a reflection of me notating what I did. So that was really like, I did it. That's kind of how I was feeling all month. Like, I don't need to validate anything, which is kind of a good thing. But for the sake of like showing you all, I was like, they could look at this and like, where's the motivation? What happened? But I'm giving you my honest word that this is not a reflection of what I actually did at all. Like, I was pretty consistent. The only thing that slacked a little was exercise. Worship definitely has been up, increase. I've been wearing my headphones as I'm folding laundry or listening to someone speak an inspirational message, or when I'm doing dishes, or when I'm just sitting here trying to relax and unwind. Worship was definitely increased, and I thank God for that, because that was my goal. My Bible was minimum, but was consistent. Like I said, I read 1 or 2 scriptures a day. Did my In Touch devotion. I don't think I touched any of the other devotions at all. Maybe. I did use my daily prayer 1 year one a little bit, because I really wanted to make sure my prayer life stayed consistent. But I will get on that in another video, because I have a huge update about that as well. But this is where it's at. I still want to spew over to the next month doing the same routine. It's getting warmer. The weather is more pleasant, so I can get the exercise out of the way. Like, I went to exercise outside today, walk. I did a couple laps around my yard, and my yard is about, I think it would be considered 1.5 acres. I used to say, well, I think the entirety is 2 acres. I know that for sure. But we have a part that's kind of like unmaintained. So I think the part that I can able and walk around as far as my yard go, that is at least minimum, I say acre. So I walked around that. And a couple times, and I prayed. So I thank God for that, because one thing about it, if I walk, I'm guaranteed to pray. Like, yes, I enjoy the scenery for a little bit, but I did not zoom in and focus on God. So quiet time, prayer time, that's all in one. Yeah, so that's that. Primary Bibles, I mentioned it already in another video. I was really heavy in my ESV study Bible. Used the New Living Translation Study Bible a couple times in my inspired prayer. I touched my Jesus Bible for the sake of Study Christ channel, but because I was sick, that was bare minimum. But all the other Bibles kind of got neglected this month. I mean, I didn't feel no way about it, because like I said, I'm down to what I know I'm going to use and need. So when the time comes to use something, I'm going to use it. But for the most part, I think going into next month, things are going to change up with that as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Like, just a simple update. Like I said, I spent a lot of it being sick, or my husband was sick, or my children were sick. But March was not too short, but a good month. It was a lot of involuntary resting. And I thank God for that, because in that process, there was a lot of God talking to me and telling me about myself and me realizing some things. So it was like, it's all good. It's all good, y'all. So yeah, stay tuned. Next video should be concerning the month of April. So yeah, I love you all. God bless. Take care. Bye.